Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder again with another AITA story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for threatening to kick my stepdaughter out unless she apologizes to my daughter? I, 40 male, have a daughter, Nina, 12 female. I also have a stepdaughter, Kelly, 16 female, and me and my wife, Anna, have a child, 6 female together. This is about Nina and Kelly. So the 12-year-old and the 16-year-old. I met my wife when Kelly was 5, and within a year, she and Kelly moved in with me. The house we live in has been in my family for generations and passed on to me when I was really young. I have also made some renovations there. It is a 4-bedroom house with 4 bathrooms. One is downstairs and is a guest one, with 3 upstairs. One is shared between 2 rooms. So each girl has her own room and in-suite, which is especially helpful with Kelly due to how long she now takes with her makeup. This started about a month ago when Nina would come home crying due to bullying at school. Me and Anna spend ages trying to get the school to do something and find out where the bullying comes from. It all came to a conclusion a week ago when we found out that it was Kelly who was spreading rumors about Nina. I was furious and confronted her about it, as some rumors were based on Nina not having a mom. She died during childbirth. We have read a similar story to this. It is not the same story, but it is a similar situation. Kelly didn't take the confrontation well. She accused me of favoring Nina. Nina has a slightly bigger bedroom but a smaller bathroom, and Kelly wanted more space. I said I am not going to move Nina out of her room after all these years, and Kelly has already declined to swap with us as she doesn't want to share her bathroom with anyone, including our 6-year-old. I've told Kelly that she must apologize to Nina as some of the things she said were vile and not deserved, and told her she will be grounded as she still behaved like Nina's friend while spreading those rumors behind her back. Kelly threw a fit and claimed Nina is a threat to her and her reputation, but I stayed firm, as I don't see how a 12-year-old can be a threat to a high schooler. As Kelly started saying more vile things about Nina and our 6-year-old, I told her that she has 48 hours to pick up her belongings. I will be dropping her off at her dad's. She visits him every other week, where she will have to share a room and the bathroom with her other half-siblings. Kelly and Anna are both annoyed at me over this and have called me an asshole. Anna said I have no right to parent Kelly, but she is in my home and her behavior towards my daughters is not acceptable. Edit, I might have worded it wrong, but dropping her off, I don't mean Kelly will be living at her dad's permanently. This is until she apologizes to Nina for the things she said about her and to me and Anna over what was said about our 6-year-old, since some of it was unnecessary, cruel, and untrue. Okay, we have an update, but let's chat about this for a second. Blended families are hella hard, right? Obviously, what Kelly did is not okay. Obviously, there's an issue with this. Obviously, this issue needs to be addressed. However, the most important thing with blended families when it comes to laying down the law like this, or if you're Candy Thunder, yes, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. You could say something like, we're going to have to lay down the hammer. Which she means lay down the law and drop the hammer, kind of both, but just blends those two sayings together and says lay down the hammer. When it's time to lay down the law and address a big issue like this, it cannot be one parent addressing the issue. This is a unified front. We have to be on the same page. We have to approach this as a team. This affects the entire family kind of situation. And OP here saying she's staying in my house, I get to parent her however the hell I want, basically, is not okay either. Yes, Anna should do something. Anna should be parenting her child. Anna should be preventing Kelly from doing this. Anna should be addressing this. However, OP also shouldn't be just going rogue and jumping in and laying down his own law, because this is a blended family. It doesn't work like that. And even in a non-blended family, parents have to be on the same page about things. There has to be a teamwork approach. It cannot be just one person jumping in and saying, this is how it's going to be, because that creates division, like we see happening here, where Anna's like, you're the asshole. And now what he's done is damaged his own authority because he's done something that Anna openly opposes to Kelly. So now Kelly's like, oh, I see my mom is opposed. I see that my mom is on my side here. They are not a team. There's a fracture here. There is something that I can exploit here. They are not a unified front. This leads to more problems. It is not, this is not sustainable at all the way that it is. While standing up and doing something about it is the right thing, I do not think that going rogue and doing something solo is the right thing. I think this is a conversation, the first part of this, his approach here should have been, I talked to Anna, we decided to do this, this is what happened. If there's a disagreement about how to approach that, that needs to be a disagreement that's handled behind closed doors, and that unified front needs to be presented to the family. That's my opinion on it. So far, it's an everyone sucks here. And what she did is obviously wrong, and it had to be addressed. But doing it in a way that created a chasm, created a fracture that is going to be exploited by children is a problem. This is why the unified front as a blended family is an important thing. Okay, let's read the update and see where this goes. Update, I have spoken to Anna about what Kelly said about Nina and our 6-year-old and have also showed this post. Anna has apologized for brushing it off. She said Kelly didn't tell her most of the story and blamed others on the rumors, and she hasn't realized the extent of it. She will be having a conversation with Kelly and Kelly's dad tomorrow, as this behavior is not acceptable or appropriate. To put it lightly, she is horrified of the comments made by her about both girls and finds it vile. She is also shocked that Kelly made them in the first place. Now to address some of the comments. Having Kelly to go and live with her father is a temporary solution and never intended to be permanent, especially if she changes her ways. It was more to separate her from Nina and the 6-year-old to make sure no more damage is done while we are not watching. If roles were reversed and it was Nina who was at fault, I would have sent her to her grandparents to sort out the next move. I have seen a lot of suggestions about therapy. Anna said she will book it as soon as she has a chat with Kelly, and she wants to know what caused a sudden change. I'm not cutting Kelly from my will unless she carries on displaying such anger towards her sisters. I'm not selling Taylor Swift tickets either, since it is something Kelly wanted to attend for years. Oh, bro, those have got to be gone. However, if there's no progress, it will be my wife and her friend going to see Taylor Swift. Nina is having a few days off from school, and I will be taking her out to the zoo and spending some father-daughter time together. I will also ask if she feels she wants therapy to talk things through. Me and Anna will also be taking our 6-year-old to see some cartoons this weekend and to her favorite cafe. Nina can come too, but she is usually busy at the writing school on the weekends. Okay, so there was this come together after all the madness where they discussed things and then got on the same page. Had that happened first, and this is my point, had that happened first, that unified front that they presented to them together could have gotten them a lot further in the conversation and prevented a lot of drama that happened. Again, what Kelly did was not right. Again, Anna, yes, absolutely needs to be taking it seriously and can't be brushing it off. I think what you see happening here is she knew that it was wrong. She 100% knew that it was wrong. But like he had this first defense of, I need to protect my child. And in a blended family, even though your bonus kids are your bonus kids, you're always going to have this innate, a protect my own first kind of thing. We see it here. It divided immediately where he was protecting his and she was protecting hers. And I think you see that in situations like this. It's where sides are taken on here. Sides get taken when lines get drawn like that. And that's when not having a unified front is catastrophic. And this is part of the problem here is that you're going to have that kind of division if you approach these things independently instead of a team. They eventually came together. I'm not saying he did the wrong thing. He stood firm and he did what he needed to do. He was protecting his child. He was protecting their child. He was doing the right thing. I think in the wrong order. I think the right thing would have been to make sure that you have your partner on the same page here and then carry this out. And the way that it did it, it still worked out, but it could have gone a lot messier route though. It could have gone a lot messier route where Anna got really defensive about Kelly and then it caused this chasm that could destroy the relationship. We've seen stories where that's happened before, where it's the parenting division and not coming across in a unified front. And in blended families, when you have kids on both sides, lines get drawn and then that ends up tearing everything apart. It sucks. I'm still here. I'm at everyone sucks here because everyone should have approached this situation a little bit differently at minimum. Obviously, Kelly's the major asshole of the story, but there's underlying issues going on there that OP and Kelly's mom have to dive into. They have to. For everyone's sake, they have to dive into it. But I do think that him taking drastic action and not consulting Anna first was a misstep. A misstep that, if done in pattern several times, will cause a chasm in their relationship and will ultimately cause it to fail.